guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenny, and if you're coming back, welcome back. So in today's video, I have a product review, and yes, if you saw it from the title, I will be reviewing the new Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation that I've got right here. And yes, as you can see right here, I did get two different shades because I wasn't sure which one was gonna work better for me, but I don't want to make this video too long, so let's get right into what this foundation is and what the company claims. So this is basically, as I said, or as the title says, a soft blur foundation that has a light medium coverage with an SPF of 15 sunscreen. Right away, I do love the name of the foundation because it is so cute. Just look, Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. Benefit, you're getting smart with your names. But look at the back of the box. It's just literally a happy face. Let's first talk about packaging. Once you get it out of the box, this is what that foundation packaging looks like. It is very small, very petite. It is like a plastic container, so it's just less heavy, I guess, if you were to travel with this foundation. And once you open up the top, it is basically a squishy tube. So it's supposed to, I guess, make it easier to apply. Now, let's talk about price. I was actually a little bit surprised because it does retail for $29 US. And it does have a whole 1 fluid ounce, and I know that most foundations do have the same amount of product, but they tend to cost, if not double or more than this. And just for reference purposes, I do have a combination skin type, and I have been a little bit more on the drier side recently, so I just wanted to put that out there. But without any further ado, let's get into the review. So I ended up getting two shades because I wasn't sure which one was going to be better or was going to be a better color match. So I got shades 5 and 6 that you see right here. And shade number 5 is supposed to be a medium cool. And shade number 6 is supposed to be a medium warm. So we'll see which one works better for me. I think I'm going to start trying shade number 6 just because I normally tend to match to warmer foundation than as opposed to cool. So I'm gonna start applying some of this in the back of my hand. I did see that it was very liquid in some of the videos. Let me first apply it on my face. I want to see if this is gonna be a good color match for me or not. Okay, that is a little too dark. Let me try shade number 5 just for fun to see if that one actually will work better for my skin tone. And on the back of my hand, this is what that number 5 looks like. Obviously, the lighter one is number 5 and the darker one is number 6. But let's see what number 5 looks like. Okay, I think we have a problem here because as you can tell, the darker one is number 6 and the lighter one is number 5. And none of these two seem to match my skin tone. I am going to have to mix them both together, and I think I'm going to use probably like 60% of number 6 and maybe mix a little bit of the number 5 because I think number 6 is just too dark. And number 5 is definitely too light, and it has more of those pink undertones that don't really go well with my skin tone. So that's just a little bit disappointing that they don't have more shades selections, I guess. So let me see. I went ahead and mixed number 6 and 5, and if you can see, this will be my perfect match. That's just a little bit disappointing because in order for me, I think, to get the right shade for my skin tone, I think I'm gonna have to use 2 different shades, which is always a downside. You don't want to spend This one retails for $29, so you don't want to spend 29 times 2 to, you know, be able to just get your color. So I don't know, I don't like that right now. I am gonna be completely honest. But let me go ahead and mix some more so that I can actually apply it on my face. So for purposes of this review, I am gonna go ahead and use a beauty sponge on this side of the face, and I am gonna use a makeup brush for the other side of the face. I already used up all of the foundation that I mixed on the back of my hand, and I still need more. So let me go ahead and mix some more. I haven't blended out my foundation completely, but I do see how it makes your skin look a lot smoother. Yeah, I do like the coverage. I think it definitely gave me a medium coverage with just one layer. Okay, but it does apply really nicely. And the fact that it is very liquidy, I think it helps with my dry skin right now, so I am definitely loving the consistency of the foundation. So if you are somebody who has dry skin, you will probably love how liquidy and how hydrating this foundation is. I don't feel like I'm wearing much on my face. It feels really comfortable. I am still gonna apply foundation on the other side of my face, but I just wanted to show you. So on this side of my face, I already applied one generous layer, I think, of foundation with my beauty sponge, and on this other side, I don't have anything on. It gave me a very soft blurriness to my skin, so I can definitely see that, and I really like that. It's almost like it is my skin but better. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can totally see that this side of my face looks a lot softer and more dewy and just nicer and prettier. So now let's move on to the other side of my face, and I will be applying my foundation with a Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 foundation brush. And I'm just doing this just because I know that some people like to apply foundation with a makeup brush, and I personally only use beauty sponges. I just think that beauty sponges are the way to go when it comes to foundations, but I want to make sure that I provide you an unbiased review regardless of what tool you use to apply your foundation. So that's that. And I can tell you definitely just the normal, when you apply a foundation with a beauty sponge, the beauty sponge tends to soak up a lot of the product, and that's the reason why it normally will go a little bit more sheer on your skin as opposed to when you apply it with the makeup brush. I can see that on this side I can have more coverage because I obviously applied my foundation with a kabuki brush, so the brush is not gonna soak up as much product as the beauty sponge did, but that's just a matter of preference, so you do you, boo. You definitely have to do whatever you prefer. Do you want to see a second layer of the foundation just for fun? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a second layer just on the center areas of my face, just so that you can see how this foundation builds up. One thing that I can tell you though is that I can see that with this foundation you definitely use up a lot more product. And I think it has to do because it's very liquidy, it's very thin. So it's easy to get carry on and apply too much product. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit more on the center areas of my face. Yeah, I definitely love the finish of this foundation. It blends out really nice. I still prefer the beauty blender or beauty sponge side, but just remember that's just my preference. That's how I normally apply foundations. But at least we know that this foundation applies very beautifully with either a kabuki or makeup brush, and also with a beauty sponge. Mixing these two shades was a perfect match for my skin tone. I do not like at all that I had to mix two shades in order for me to get my perfect match. So I'm gonna actually zoom you in just because I really want to show you the coverage on this foundation. So don't mind how I do have some few little pimples that came out this week. So that's just that. It's just real life. Things happen. So I just want to show you what, you know, in a real life scenario, this is what the foundation will look like. So I can definitely see how it gave me a really nice and dewy coverage. I still see my skin through the foundation, but it did cover up very mildly my imperfections. This is what my forehead looks like, and I definitely like how the foundation looks. Honestly, the coverage is perfect. They don't advertise that it's going to be full coverage. They tell you in the packaging it's a light to medium soft blur foundation. And I think I get that. This is exactly what I got, so I'm not mad at the coverage. So just know that this is supposed to be a very lightweight product. It feels very light on my skin. I don't feel like I have a lot of foundation. I went ahead and I applied 2 layers as you saw, and it built up really nicely. So no complaints in that area. So I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer, you know, set my foundation with powders and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back to give you my final thoughts. So I'm back. I completed the rest of my makeup and everything is set and ready to go. And just a disclaimer, I did use all products that I would normally use on a normal daily basis. I really love the finish of the foundation. I think it's honestly a medium coverage foundation. I don't think it's that light. I definitely love the way this foundation looks. Having said that, my only downside from this foundation so far is that I had to mix shades number 5 and 6 in order for me to get a perfect color match, and I think that's a huge downside. I know that this foundation retails for $29 and it is 1 fluid ounce. Let me double check. Yes, it is 1 fluid ounce, so it does have the normal or standard product amount than most foundations out there. And when I see the $29 price tag, it definitely seems more affordable than other foundations for it being from Benefit Cosmetics, which is a high-end brand, makeup brand. So it doesn't matter if it retails, I think, for $30 or for $50. The fact that I had to get 2 different shades and mix them together in order to match my normal skin color. I am not tanner than normal. I am not pale, more pale than normal. This is just my normal average skin tone. I just wanted to clarify that. But once again, this is just my experience with using this product. Again, you might be able to find a perfect color match for you. You might have to go through what I did. But having said that, I think this is a really great foundation, and a plus 2, it does have SPF of 15. I would not rely on just that SPF. If you're gonna be outdoors or in the sun, I would probably also use another SPF underneath your foundation. I wanted to actually do a flashback test. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly take a photograph, making sure that the flash is on. I will be inserting the picture somewhere in here in the screen, but I don't see any flashbacks, so it is flashback approved. Okay, so I'll check in with you at the end of my day just to let you know how this foundation wears. So see you soon. So I'm back. So it's currently, it's actually exactly 10 p.m. So it's currently 10 p.m. exactly. I think I put on this foundation around 4 p.m. so it's been about 6 hours since I first applied this foundation. So I know it's not like a full 8-hour wear test, but to me 6 hours, it's enough time for me to create an opinion on a foundation. And it's pretty late and I'm tired, I'm sorry, but let's talk about details on this foundation. So let me actually zoom you in a little bit just so that you can see a little bit closer what I'm talking about. I think overall that foundation has held pretty nice throughout the day. I really love how comfortable it feels and it looks to me really great, with the exception of a couple areas. One of them has to be this wrinkle right here that I have between my eyebrows, in which I can see that foundation settle into my fine lines a little bit and also into my smile lines. It did earlier and I remember seeing it and I just blended it out with my fingers and I was good to go. But I just want to say that that just tends to happen quite often with pretty much all of my foundations, because that's just me. I tend to smile a lot, and because of that I do have deep smile lines, and this is just a little wrinkle that is just there. What can I do, right? Other than that, I think the finish looks really nice. I do see how it is matte, you know, in certain areas of my face, but it's not too matte. And it also has like a glowy finish mixed into it. I don't know, it's really weird to explain because the description of this foundation, at least on Sephora website, does say that it is a natural matte lightweight or light coverage foundation. And I honestly, to me, it does look matte in some areas, but at the same time it does look glowy, if you know what I mean. I don't know, I really love the finish though. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I do normally tend to get oily on my T-zone, and I'm actually very surprised that I'm not that oily. I can see how I do have some shine right here on my T-zone, but it's not bad. It's honestly not bad. And I was in the sun for a little bit, and I was also doing errands, and I was even cleaning my house a little while ago. So honestly, I am very, very surprised to how the finish looks and how the foundation has held throughout the day, with the exception of those fine lines in which the foundation settled in. That's that. I think that covers my thoughts on this foundation, and at the same time I think this wraps up this video. I really hope you enjoy watching this review, first impression plus wear test. So if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and turn on your post notifications so that you know every time I upload videos. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.